All right, I got a piece of 5/8 stock here in the mill. We're getting ready to make this this nut. It has a radius on the end. It's got an angle. So this is 490 thousandths by 625. So we just need to take off an eighth of an inch off part of it here on the one side to get it down to a thickness, and then we'll. I think we'll probably cut the angle next, and then we'll do the radius last. And then we got a hole put in it. Tap it, thread it. So that's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to get set up here to cut this little, oops, that bevel on the side there, that angle. So I measured it to the sides of this, and from each side it was the same. It's with a protractor here, and I got 9 degrees, or close to that. So I have my little 9-degree block in here, and so what I did is I put that in there, set this on there, and clamped it, and we'll give it out a little sweep to see how close that is. This doesn't have to be a super precision thing. I mean, it's just a clamping mechanism. So we're gonna get it close, and we'll sweep across there just to see how it is. One and a half thousandths and a half an inch. I think I think you guys could probably maybe see that, I guess. Yeah, it's 1.5 thousandths within the half an inch. So we're going to call that a good angle. Now we're going to make this one longer so it has a little more grip length and stuff. So I'm going to set that in there. We're going to, and we'll just take that out. Okay, we're set up our 9 degrees. I'm going to do a little more calculating and figure in there. So this is about 100 thousandths deep. Yeah. And I need to not have it as deep, so it will grab a smaller bar. So I'm going to go down 70 thousandths. That should be enough. And I'm in about 210 thousandths in. Okay, we'll see how that looks there. So, yeah. Well, we're going to give it a go at that. So we're going to do a little testing here, because I think I'm going to cut that bevel. So here's our blade, new blade, and this is going to come in, and we're going to, so this is how it was with the round end, right? It goes all the way to the end of the slot. So this is the new one, and I went about 70 thousandths in depth instead of 100, and so I have a lot of room to the end of the slot. I have about 5/16 of an inch, so I have quite a bit of room there. So really I could take out a little more than 70,000, so obviously. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to round the end off, and then I'll put it back in and adjust how much this is. I'll adjust this to fit this. So we're going to round that end off, do a 1/4 inch radius all the way around, and then we'll adjust that amount that will mill off. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, in we're just right, and so okay. All right, I've got the piece in the mill again, and I want to make this a radius on the end. So the thing's 490 thousandths wide, so 245 is half of that, so that's going to be our radius. I'm going to use a feature on the DRO, so I'm going to show you how that kind of set up and how that works. This is a new feature I haven't showed yet. So I have the old book out. Yeah. I use it every once in a while, so you know it's always good to use the book. So what I've done is I have the milling cutter set up at the start point of the radius. We're going to cut this corner first, and so the edge of the cutter is at the edge of the piece, and I'm back 250 thousandths. So what I did is we're going to go, this is the normal absolute mode. So this R is the radius function, XY is the plane we're going to work in. The type of cut is a 2. Now this is, I'll show you here, this is a 2, and the cutter's here, and you're going to make an arc in this direction. This one's this way, this one's that way. You know, they have 8 different presets, and I'm going to use number 2, that direction. My radius is 0.245, and you put in 245 and it makes it 249,449. Diameter of the cutter is 1/2 inch, using the R+ tool. Max cut, each step, it's going to be in little steps. And each step, I said, I want it to be 20 thousandths. It makes a pretty smooth cut at 20 thousandths. Takes a bunch of cuts, but it'll take 41 positions. And then it goes, boom, we're ready, 0.1. And it's 0, 0. That's where we're at. And that's where we'll start. And then we're just going to step through it. We're going to go here to 2, move the table till those 0 out. And then we'll go to 3 and 0 them out. 4 and on through the line. And the last move is 41. So that's how I know there's 41. So I'll just step through, and as we go along, and we'll cut a radius. It actually works pretty doggone good. I've done this several times. Now we're just going to move it down to 0 out the RO. Put a little friction on that. Y-axis, X-axis. It goes pretty fast, actually. You can see at first how the X is 20 thousandths and the other one, the Y, is very little. As you move along, that will change. The Y is increasing. Now I got a hand on each hand wheel. I'll do this. That way things go a little faster. You can do them both at the same time if you're talented enough. There we go, 41. Oh, I'm gonna pop the camera out. We'll do a little hand shot here, and you can see, if you can see that there. See how that came out? Now, a little more light on it. Maybe you can see how it's a radius corner. And all right, so we're at the ending point of the first radius. The type of radius for the next point is a type 5 instead of a type 2 because we're coming around this way. So all I did was go through the setup and I changed it from a type 2 to a type 5. All the rest of the numbers are the same. And we're just going to continue on. Same procedure, just move right along. Zero them out each time. And